Yeah, right. Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakadash, the bonds to the apostle and the elders, the great millstone, and peace and salutation to you, brothers, doing this work in sincerity and the truth, the hope for elected brothers, waiting every day patiently for Yahweh Bashim Shah to return, so we can get out this place. Say peace and salutation to you, brothers, man. All right. You see the headlines. This is from the Irish Star. It says, Putin threatens World War III as he says Russia will lift missile restrictions if U.S. crosses red lines. Okay, it says Vladimir Putin is anonymously um, warned. Anonymous. Let's get this word real quick. It's not anonymous. It's anonymous. Let's see.
Ominously.
Okay, it is anonymously. Vladimir Putin has anonymously warned that Russia could lift its self-imposed missile restrictions, accusing the West of testing its country's red line. Okay, so they're saying that y'all going too far. I guess they're in the middle of a war, and you trying to do your thing in our war. It says amidst heightened fears and global conflict, addressing defense chief and voice concerns about the U.S. development and potential deployment of short and medium range missiles, all right, which they're giving Ukraine to enter into Russia. It says stating that Russia would abandon its missile deployment limits if the U.S. moved forward with its plan. So they saying, hey, we gonna go, we gonna, they're gonna bring out the big guns if you don't stop. That's what they're telling you. It says the Russian leader also boasted that his force have captured 189 settlements in Ukraine this year, and emphasized that Russia's nuclear capabilities act as a deterrent. Okay, so they say they're gonna emphasize it. All right. Okay, it says the alarming statement follows Russia's extensive aerial bombardment of Ukraine last Friday, with President Vladimir Zelensky reporting the launch of 93 cruise and ballistic missiles and nearly 200 drones. All right, so these things are most definitely coming from the U.S. Okay, it says he describes the onslaught as one of the most intense attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure since the invasion began almost 3 years ago. It's almost been 3 years ago, and this war been going on. So that's one of those. It's. I mean, the U.S. can only watch and they can play sneaky. All right. It says Ukraine defense successfully down 81 missiles, 81, including 11 cruise missiles intercepted by the F-16 jets, and those are American, provided by Western allies. Okay, earlier in the year, according to Zelensky. Zelensky slams Russia for terrorizing millions of people with these strikes and demanded a robust international reaction against Putin on his Telegram channel. A strong reaction from the world is needed, a massive strike, a massive reaction. This is the only way to stop terror, he declared. All right, so he's saying this is the only way. All right, he says strong reaction from the world is needed. So Zelensky trying to get the allies, I guess you could say, to go against, well, not the allies, NATO to go against Russia. Right, the conflict future is uncertain. The conflict's future is uncertain with the president-elect Donald Trump. Okay, who takes office next month, vowing the end of the war and questioning the continuation of vital U.S. military aid to Kiev. In response, and this is going to be one of a reason because Donald Trump he been saying he's going to leave the NATO. All right, he wanted everybody to pay back, um, pay money back to the NATO because they say U.S. been flipping the bill. It says, in response to Wednesday Ukraine attack on the Russia airbase using U.S. supplies Army tactical missile systems, Moscow Defense Ministry announced a retaliatory strike with long-range precise missiles and a drone on critically important fuel and energy facilities in Ukraine that ensure the functioning of the military-industrial complex. So they went to destroy their where they fuel at, okay, for their tanks or whatever they have. Trump expressed opposition to Ukraine's targeting Russia's soil, with U.S. provided weapons in a Time magazine interview, a stance Kremlin spoken Dmitry Peskov welcomed on Friday, saying it conforms to our position. All right, so you see these things. So, matter of fact, I can complete it. It says Peskov added, in the case, we have a shared vision of causes and escalation that is positive. Obviously, Trump realizes that what escalates the conflict. The U.S. Embassy in Kiev reported that Friday's attack also targeted transport networks and key facilities. So these boys, these Russians getting down, man. All right, they going for the jugular. All right, they trying to knock communications out, transportations. All right, it says D-Tech, Ukraine's largest private energy company. Okay, I guess the energy company stated that the attack seriously damaged its thermal power plant as Russia continues to attempt to cripple Ukraine's electricity system to demoralize citizens and disrupt defense and manufacturing. Okay, so they can't build. Okay, their to build anything or work. Okay, Ukraine Energy Minister Herman Halushchenko. All right, these are Russian names, by the way. All right, has affirmed that energy workers are working round the clock to minimize negative consequences for the energy system and has promised to provide more information about the damages when security situation allows. So when they find out, but hey, they saying, look, man, if you keep on handing them short range missiles, they think it's supposed to be it's not going to be equal ground in the war. Somebody's going to have more power. All right, and that's why they know where all these things are coming from. How would they know? It's called intelligence. All right, so these um things that Putin is doing or the Russians, all right, getting in there. But hey, they telling you, man, listen, we gonna get in your ass, man. They said they gonna come against the West, all right, and they think that it's gonna be a they don't believe, shit stink. These Edomites, both of them Edomites, but they don't believe shit stink. Hold on a second. Okay, so you already know, they got a, let's see, Ezekiel. We already know. Going, brothers, let's see, Ezekiel, is it 38? Is it 37? 37, let's see. Oh, that's the bones. Let's go 38. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against it, and say, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahshua, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I would turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring forth and all thine armies and horses and horsemen, and all of them that are of them clothed with all sorts of armor, and even a great company with buckler and shield, and all of them handling swords. So, hey, the Heavenly Father says he's gonna turn them the land of Gog and Magog, that's the land of Russia. Okay, it's where those Russians, the Mediumite Russians, are holding it down right now. The Heavenly Father said He gonna turn them back into that Cold War spirit. All right, where they, where they cold with it. Okay, all right, where they're not from that cold slack. They're gonna turn them from that Cold War spirit to getting in that ass, man. They're gonna get them out of that Cold War. They out of that Cold War spirit. They're ready to battle this damn devil, man. Put him to rest, man. All right, they telling you they handling their business. They're, I mean, I'm pretty sure these countries always assist somehow. All right, all right, because you got not Vladimir. You got the North Koreans up there and with the Russians and things. Okay, let's go to verse 5. It says Persians, Ethiopians, and Libyans with them, all of them with shields and buckler. It's gonna be that sword, because this third world war is coming heavy. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar, okay, and the North Quarters, and all his bands, and many people with them. So it's gonna be a big old um, a lot of military men. A lot of different countries going to be on the side of Russia. Russia's going to be looked at as to hold them down. It says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." So Russia's going to be in that position where they're going to bring out the big guns, all right? And they telling you, man, it's gonna bring World War III. That's what the article stated, all right? Because they say they basically, hey, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop what we said we not gonna do and do it, all right? So it's gonna be a time and a soon time, because you see all the players are picking sides, all right? You see them picking sides, all right? You got the BRICS nations, which gonna basically be with the Russians, okay? And the statements that Putin been making now have all been declaring war if you keep playing, all right? All right, and the scriptures tell you about that bear, okay? So it says, after many days, thou shalt be visited in the latter years, and thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely in of them, all of them. Okay, so that's gonna be that deal, man. All right, that's in the time, in a lot of time. Okay, but Russia, hey, Putin, hey, he said he put hooks in their jaw, man. Basically, turned them back. Okay, from that Cold War spirit to that ready for war. Heavy war, bring out the big guns. They got shit that they say you don't even know they got. All right, this is gonna be a short video, but this is, I mean, it's a game that cat and mouse. All right, they gonna do some work to that place, man. Let me see verse 5. Let's see. This is Revelation chapter 17. I gonna make with the lamb. It might be in my face. Okay. This is I guess it's 15. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth. Okay, hey, this is Babylon, America, which is the whore. Are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Okay, it says, and the 10 horns, okay, which is NATO, all right, the EU, which thou sawest, okay, NATO is the beast, and they say the EU and the 10 horns. These are those 10 nations. I mean, which is like 27 nations now that soars upon the beast. These shall hate the whore, all right, because these nations are tired of this place, and says, and shall make her desolate and naked, because that's what he was talking about. The title was talking about, hey, it's gonna bring World War III if West keep on playing. And naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And that's them ICBM missiles that's gonna come and destroy, okay, this Babylon America. Okay, the Heavenly Father got a bone to pick with this place, all right, because it has its people in here, and they're living like the nation that they're under. All right, and this is just prophecies. Let me read that again, verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, okay, these shall hate the whore." All right, they hate something gonna happen where they all gonna just turn on this place, and shall make her desolate and naked, and eat, and she shall desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, just like a whore. And I mean that's what a whore a whore's death. If a woman is a whore, she usually get burnt and would get burnt, or your daughter's a whore or anything like that. You generally get burnt, for being a whore. Okay. Let me read Revelation 18:8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day," and that's gonna be the day of the Lord, man. He says the day, one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, the Most High, who judges. So there's going to be a judgment from the Heavenly Father. And the Heavenly Father did it. Because when he said, "I put hooks in the jaws," it's just in the mind. He turned their mind to ready to smoke this place. Verse 17, "For the Most High has put in their hearts to fulfill his will." All right. And to agree. All right. And to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled, till the prophecies be fulfilled. So all these nations, hey, they spent that time with the beast, being under basic subjection, because basically America is a leader of NATO, okay, in a sense, okay. It says, "And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth." And that's Babylon the Great, but that power is going down to where they just laugh at this place now. That's why everybody, they took out of this hill, and that's why as a whore they got what they got and got the hell on. I think let me see, it's 50. Let me try 50. All right. Okay. Let me see what 49 is. All right. And these devils, man. All right. He's gonna expose these devils. I'm gonna just go here. This is Revelations 11 and verse 6. Let's go to verse 6. 49 to 6. It says, "And after I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord." It says, "Concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, is wisdom, no more in Teman," those Germans, "and is his counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O ye inhabitants of the dam, for I will bring the calamity of Esau." So like Esau, and that's the calamity of them, man. The word calamity goes, let's get this word calamity. All right. It says ayad. It goes to distress. He's gonna bring distress, okay? Calamity of that day. Disaster of the wicked. So he's gonna bring disaster. And that's Babylon America, which is ran by Esau. All right? Because Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows upon the time that I will visit him. Okay? And those are the days when the Heavenly Father is shown, he's going, hey, America, Babylon will be destroyed 100%. And the rest of the nations will be subdued. Okay? Destroyed in a sense, because they're going to try to fight against the Lord. It says, If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night would they destroy, would they would destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. Okay, so all that shit, the witchcraft this man is about, the world is seeing this uprising of the spirit of all the Israelites coming and they're being exposed. That's why it doesn't matter if the color of the Lord, okay? It doesn't matter this. We all one, but in the same mind, they thinking how they could take you down. And he shall not be able to hide himself. So he's not going to be able to cover himself this time. He's not going to be able to hide himself behind his military or be able to have that strong strength. Okay, his seed is spoiled in his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not. So he's going to be devoured. So all this thing they gonna have. It says Satan should fight against Satan. Okay, and both of these nations are for the elites. Regardless, it says, "Leave thy fatherless children and preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust me." Okay. All right, I read a little further. Let's go down here. Verse 12 says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished." Okay, so you're not gonna go unpunished altogether. Okay, and thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Hold on a second. Okay, so it says, verse 13, it says, "For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation and a reproach and a waste and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste." Okay, so there's going to be a perpetual waste of Basra, which is the capital city of Seir, which is America right now, because this is the capital city of Esau's power. The nations, all right, everybody bowed down to this place, all right. So at this point, Basra is this place, America. Okay, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent unto the heathen, saying, "Gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen." That's why they're being looked at. All right. The world is looking at these people. It says, "and despised among men," and they are being despised. All right. The great power of Edom, is being diminished as we speak. Even his own brothers is looking at him cross-eyed, and to the point where they don't even realize who they really are. They're the Edomites. They're all going to be subdued, and the rest of the nations and Israel going to be lifted up. Okay, verse 16, it says, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee." Okay, so it said terribleness. He's terrible, and that's man. And the fourth beast, it says the fourth beast gonna be terrible, than all the rest of the beasts. Okay, all right, and now is Babylon the Great. All right, it said that clay, the iron that iron mixed with miry clay. Okay, it says the terribleness. All right, you see how they did the world. All right, they do it in wickedness. All right, you see how they are, how they do the children. The ways of this man is beyond. He goes forward. That's why he said he went forward. He afforded the affliction when the Lord was pissed at us. He went more. All right, hooks in women sides when they're pregnant, cutting babies out, stamping the babies. I mean, it was too far. All right, but hey, that's the terribleness. That's the Heavenly Father put the Spirit on him. All right, to do that. He says, "Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the heights." All right, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. This is where these men. That's Esau lived in those mountains in Mount Seir. Okay, up there in the mountains, high. They say they could climb a mountain within like in seconds and minutes. All right, they were. All right, and Job said he had to shoot their ass off. All right, they would flee. You couldn't even sit in with the dogs of your flock. All right, he says, "The clefts of the rock that holdest the heights of the hills, thou though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, meaning how it's way in the heavens like they had in the space shuttles and spaceships. That's how high, they got their cameras. They're looking on the ground because the eagle could look real well. All right, so they can see a quarter from space that's on the ground. They can see everything. All right, I was watching a movie. It was called Eagle Eye. All right, they got their mind, they got their eye on everything. He says, "I will bring thee down," and the Heavenly Father is about to make this man uh, be diminished, and he's not going to have his foothold on a globe ever. From thence saith the Lord. All right, so the Lord said it. All right, it's not coming from my mouth. The Lord said it. It says, "Also Edom shall be a desolation; every one that goeth by it shall be astonished." All right, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, now the Sodom and Gomorrah was 5 cities full of unpure, unseemly people. Okay, that was destroyed. It says in the neighbor cities thereof, and those were the other 5. It was 5 cities. That was 2 and 3 more. Okay, it says, "Saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it." So it's going to be a destruction completely of Babylon the Great, which is just they call America, completely 100%. Only animals gonna live here. All right, desert creatures. All right, it's gonna be to that point where the desert creatures gonna be looked at as it's just gonna be desert creatures here. Okay, but okay. I read 19 says, "Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against their habitation and the strong, but I will suddenly make him run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me? And who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me?" Okay. It says, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that taketh against Edom, and his purpose that he has proposed against the habitations of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." All right, and that's those Amalekites, okay, in our land, and and draw them out. Surely will make their habitations desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of the fall, at the cry of the noise thereof shall heard in the Red Sea. All right, so it says, "Behold, he shall come up and fly as an eagle and spread the wings over Basra." So those are the ships, the chariots. Okay, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom, when they see the Lord and the angels, man, they gonna be scared, man. All right. Scriptures tell you who is flies windows of doves, and who is flies like doves to the windows. All right, in the space. All right, that's how the angels gonna come in those military formations. All right, be as the heart of woman in her pangs. All right, so that's gonna be the destruction of this place, man. All right, and at the point where all that gets set forth, we're gonna be out of here. Right, because he's threatening that World War III. We see it close, and that's what the prophets do. We watch and we filter it through the scriptures, man. All right, destruction is coming upon this place. Hey, it's gonna be it's due through the Heavenly Father, man. He's getting those Russians preparing themselves, man. Hey, they say, look, you keep on trying to help them. Hey, we gonna keep our treaty, whatever they have. We're gonna stop doing and go full force, and you're gonna have the rest of the nations with them. All right, so hey, keep on. Hey, the nations and all them nations, even the Russian Edomites and all the Russian Edomites and all the nations around the world gonna be subdued. All right, but the Lord gonna choose. The Lord gonna use these nations to do His bidding, His will. All right, so hey, we see that those hooks are already being turned back, and destruction is gonna come upon Eve. all totally, all of them. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed 100%. All right, and that's thus saith the Bible. All right, thus saith the Lord. Okay, so with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah. Peace, salutation, brother. Shalom.